Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino back with you today to bring you our exit interview with the latest player voted out of the game at the final 7, and that is Mary. And Mary will talk about everything that she was witnessing as she very frustratingly was trying to get something going and nobody was biting. We'll talk about that all with Mary on our exit interview, of course. If you make sure you subscribed to our YouTube channel, you'll hear our upcoming interview with Jelinski here talking about life at the final several, plus my interview coming up with Parvati on Monday. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that, and check out last night's Survivor Know-It-Alls. But next, my interview with Mary. Hey, Mary, what's going on? Rob Cesternino. First off, Mary, I think I need to pay proper respect. Let me stand.
Oh my God, stop, please.
For you. I'm wearing my Mary-inspired shirt today also. I wanted you to see.
You're funny. Thank you.
Yes.
Wait, Mary-inspired, it's black and white. It's not even green.
It is green.
Okay, sure. Oh, yes, I see now.
Yeah,
it's green.
It's like a dark green. Okay, it's not perfect. Okay.
That's fine. We're not perfect. No one's perfect.
I didn't have the dupe here to put on for you.
That's okay. Okay. You're forgiven.
Thank you, Mary. Okay, Mary, how's your coconut etiquette? Better?
Oh, I mean, I think I had perfect coconut etiquette out there, actually.
I wish you ate more of the coconuts, to be honest.
Honestly, if you were going to ask me if I had any regrets, it would be that. That, and also doing a little bit less of this at the chicken and waffles dance and more of this.
Okay. All right. Well, don't do more of that here today because we want to hear from you. And so, Mary, can you help us understand a little bit more about what's going on in this tribe? Because we sit here at home and we're like, boy, I think they need to do something, but then they don't do something. So I would just love to get from your perspective, from where you were in the game, what were you seeing with this group of 6 other people?
I was seeing people who at the end wouldn't make eye contact with me because they were going to catch cooties from me. And I want to preface this by saying, like, I love my castmates. We've
lovely
all talked
people.
About it.
We're the best.
Yes, but at the end, I think everyone. I think it's twofold. I think everyone had such strong day one connections that they didn't want to betray, and also, I think people just didn't want to work with me because rightfully or wrongfully, they viewed me as a threat.
Yeah.
I had castmates come up to me afterwards and be like, hey, we're sorry we didn't really talk to you or try to get to know you because we always knew we were going to vote you out. We didn't want to sit next to you at Final Tribal Council. If you sat there, you would have gotten the votes. So why befriend someone who we know we're going to vote out?
Can you help from the conversations that you had on the island? Could you help us understand what some of the other players' plans are? Could you tell us from Mitch's perspective? I'm sure you had conversations with him. Well, what is Mitch hoping will happen in the next couple of days to get him the Mitch W?
I think Mitch was thinking to get the Mitch W that he would just really get so close with everyone that they didn't have the heart to vote him out. I think he was really relying on his social game. And I don't know if he had a long-term plan, but I also honestly, I didn't really talk to people about their plans because if I did, I knew that it was a lie. Nobody was being honest with me. Nobody would even fucking talk to me, Rob. It doesn't show that from the edit. Thank you. I'm so grateful for this moment. But yeah, I don't know what Mitch was thinking. I really don't.
What about Shaheen? Because I feel like that you and he had conversations. It even seemed like that he tried to save you last week with Star. Did you feel like that he was just buttering you up for the jury, or did you feel like that he had a move?
No, Shaheen was one of the only people who I felt was being genuine with me and not doing things for jury management. I could tell that Shaheen wanted to make a move, and I knew that he wanted to turn on Joe and Eva. And so he was honestly the person that I was closest to out there, although our closeness was not even close because that would be an overstatement. But he was the one person who I could talk to sometimes when he would actually allow himself to be seen with me. Kyle, I also knew wanted to make a move. It wasn't shown, but I had a conversation with Kyle where I was like, dude, are you playing the game that you came out here wanting to play? Are you making yourself proud right now? I know you want to fucking play hard. Play hard. Now is your chance.
What did he say?
He was like, Mary, I've heard a lot of people. I don't want to hurt any more people. God bless Kyle. He's so sweet, and he's being real when he says that he doesn't want to hurt people.
Yeah.
And
But who did he hurt? David? Thomas?
yeah, he hurt David. He
Mhm.
hurt David for sure. That was a hard one for
Yeah.
David.
Okay. Could we go
Yeah,
back to that David vote? Because I feel like
yeah.
that there seemed to be like it got presented one way on the show, but I get the sense a little bit from following you on social media that you don't feel like that necessarily all of those events were presented as you saw them.
Absolutely. The way that I saw it, and also the way that it was seen by everyone, was that from the first day of New Logi, David, Eva, and I mutually decided that we would work together because it was mutually beneficial. Um, there was no clinginess to be had, okay? Um, David and I, we were allies. And people can roast me if they want for wanting to work with him, but honestly, I don't think people understand the desperation that I felt. Desperation is not cute. I know it's not. But coming from Vula and having made it from Vula, I was just so fucking happy to be in the room. And David and Eva were the first people since day 5, when Kevin got voted out, who wanted to work with me, who I felt like I could trust. So if you're selling, I'm buying. Am I thinking the most strategically? Probably not. But I fucking went through the ringer and I was just doing what I could.
Yeah. Okay. So you and David have an alliance. He wants to bring you into the 6 and make the 5 and
No, David, Eva, and I
okay,
was,
got it.
David didn't, that's part of the misconception, right? Is that like David wanted to bring me in. I was in from day 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So was there concern from you that Shaheen was getting close to Camilla?
Absolutely. I didn't know exactly what was happening, but I knew that Camilla was tight with Kyle because Kyle refused to vote her out. And I knew that Camilla was tight with Shaheen because he picked her immediately to be his partner for one of the challenges. And so I didn't know exactly what was happening, but I knew that something was brewing. And I knew that these people would probably try to go against Joe and Eva together.
And you were trying to prevent that.
Yes, I was, because at that moment I was still being loyal to David, Joe, and Eva.
Yes. Okay. Now, last night in the episode, we saw that you said you were going to write Joe's name down. And it seemed like that, from my perspective, that Joe became incredibly stressed by the fact that you were going to write his name down. Were
Yeah.
you seeing that from your perspective?
No, I did not see that at all. They did a great job hiding it, probably because I was just on a hammock crying. So too many tears in my eyes. I can't see anything. Um, yeah, I didn't know that that had happened at all. It was a shock to me to see how that actually played out.
Mhm. Are there a lot of players looking for the hidden immunity idol? It seems like that there is only, it seems odd that there's only one idol in the game at this point and no idol in the post merge.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I feel like there was just some collective group think where we were just like, all right, whatever, it's not happening. Let's just focus on other things.
Yeah.
Because no, I don't, to my knowledge, people weren't looking. I
How
wasn't
great would
looking.
it have been, Mary, if you could have gotten the knowledge is power last night?
That would have been so fun. That would have really shaken things up. I think that was what I really needed to give myself some hope again, because I I'd felt disappointment for not disappointment, but just hopelessness is a better word. For so long after Stephanie got voted out, Kevin, Justin, David, Star, after each of those tribal councils, I'd felt for a split second like, woo, I didn't get voted out. And then immediately think, fuck, what am I gonna do now? And I'd felt that feeling so many times, which is why that final challenge, I didn't even make it to the puzzle. My soul gave up. I think
Yeah.
my soul was like, girl, you don't have to go through this again. Like I couldn't imagine a way forward. And looking back, like seeing everyone's connections, I think the only way I would have made it is if one, I had another shot in the dark, and then two, if I just continued to win immunity after immunity after immunity challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, we saw you in the pre-merge that when you were trying to make your tribe think that you had the idol and did a really convincing job. Did you consider going back to that playbook?
No, no, I didn't. I don't know, maybe because like I don't like to repeat myself. I I didn't think about doing that. I think at that point,
Because you did that very well.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, also, like, I knew I knew that she would take it that way. And I think that it was going to be a lot harder to fool like six other people,
Mhm.
each of whom are, you know, different from Say and not going to be thinking the same way because they didn't have to play as hard as Say did.
Yeah. Okay. I want to go back to the star vote from last week where it seems like that this is planned. The four people on the bottom are talking about it. Did you ever feel like that was going to happen?
That the star vote was going to happen?
I'm sorry, the vote with, I'm sorry, to vote to avoid voting out star to go to the four people on the bottom go to rocks. I'm sorry.
Oh, I believed it for maybe like 2 hours when I initially told people. But then I think the next day we were out the water. I was like, so you guys thought about it? They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still thinking about it. I'm like, it's a no-go. It's not happening.
Hmm.
Camilla was super convincing though. She was like, yeah, I'll go to Rocks. I was like, that's my girl. But no, I didn't. I knew that it was either going to be me or Star that night
Yeah.
for maybe like the five. Yeah, I'm getting the days mixed up, but I knew.
Okay. Last night at the tribal council, we saw David stands up when you got voted out. Nobody has ever done that before. Did you understand what was happening, why he was standing? Did you get that it was a tribute to you immediately?
Rob, I had no idea that happened. I was in a different world. I was out of body, out of mind when I was getting voted out. I did not see David at all. I had heard about it. People were like, he stood up for you. And I was like a little bit, like he stood up and then sat down or like but looking back at it, like, yeah, I know. David was doing that because he was like fallen soldier, my
Yeah.
girl.
Yes. A tribute. What an amazing tribute. I wonder if maybe more people will do that in the future.
I hope they do, but I don't think it'll ever be as amazing as that moment
Right. For
because
you.
they won't have no, they won't have Star in the background trying to not laugh. I know Star in her head was thinking, David, sit your fucking ass down. What are you doing? Like, that was honestly, Rob, I like wanted to I was prepared to cry at my vote out, but I
Yeah.
didn't expect I would cry from laughter.
Was that tribal council more heated than we saw on TV last night?
Heated. I don't know if it was heated, but it was definitely emotional. I mean, Camilla was crying the whole time. I was in my feelings. Shaheen was in his feelings. We were in our feelings for sure. And I also knew it was me. I gave a little swan song speech. It wasn't shown. I was like, well, sometimes you do all you can do, and that's all
Mhm.
you can do. And then Jeff was like, how do you know? And I'm like, baby girl, it's me. It's me. It's been me for a long time.
Was
Okay.
there something you did in the game that we didn't see that you wish we would have gotten to see?
I wish that people would have seen, okay, I wish that people would have known that I was not having fun at all being chased by Say. Well, actually, Say apologized to me after the game and I accepted her apology. We're good. But I want to say that in the game of Survivor, you have to lie. And sometimes that includes lying to yourself.
Yeah.
I had to lie to myself and say that I was having fun so that I could make it to the next day. Because if I let myself feel all of the hopelessness and like antagonization and ostracization that I actually was feeling, I don't think I would have had the strength to like get up and like keep playing. Um, and also, changing gears, I was pretty responsible for the Cedrek vote out. They didn't show that at all, but we got together and they were like, what do we do? And I'm like, Cedrek, guys, it's okay. I know him from Bula, but it's okay to vote Cedrek. I don't trust him. He's a liability. I want to work with you guys. It was my way of cementing trust with everyone else moving forward.
Was any
And
part
they
of
were
that payback from Vula?
absolutely, Rob.
Okay.
I mean, like, I love Cedrek now, but yeah, we didn't work together at all. He wanted me out all the time. And so they were like, Mary, you got to make Ced feel safe. And I made him feel safe enough to not play a shot in the dark. And I wish they would have shown that. Revenge is so sweet, but you know what? It's okay. I know it in my heart.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Mary, thank you for making some time to talk this through. I know that this journey was one that you were really just like scraping and scratching this whole way through. So, congratulations to go as far as you did when nobody was really, as you said, letting you in the room.
Yeah, thank you, Rob. I'm really proud of the way that I played. I give myself a lot of grace, and I also give the people I played the game with a lot of grace. Everybody was playing for the first time. Everybody was making the moves that they thought that were best for them, and I cannot fault anybody for playing the way that they did.
Okay. All right,
I'm happy. Thank you.
Mary, I liked it when you did this after you hit the shot in the dark. That was great.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank
All
you,
right.
Rob. I'll see you later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.